So today we will be talking about my favorite cardio exercises in a quick and simple video. Um, I have a little music in the background now, so it's not so quiet and awkward. So, what kind of cardio is there? There's bring this close to oh, oh there it is. So you have running, biking, elliptical, rowing, swimming, some sort of combat sport, and some people consider sex as some form of cardio as well. But for some people, it is hard to come by for that one. Let's just move my face. Jam song. So, what I like is also jump roping. I do that too. But, make a little list. Whoa. Come on. There we are. Just gonna ignore that. Delete that. So, for me, number one is combat sport. What is combat sport, you might think? Well, I guess it's two words. Sports. You have boxing, mixed martial arts, judo, jiu-jitsu. Probably spelled that wrong. Whatever. It's really small. How do I change it? Now you can't really see shit. Alright. So we're just gonna ignore that. Didn't work out as I planned. So combat sports. Right? Combat sports. It's pretty much permanently closed. That sucks. So we're just gonna do this way. It's one is boxing, one is jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, any form of karate really. As long as you get moving and start to sweat, that's good. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of slight running. I don't like running more than 1 mile. My shins start to hurt. Jump rope is good. Problem is your calves start to hurt. And a bit of your shins. The elliptical is good if you have shin problems instead of running. Because it's in a predetermined motion. Let's see if I can find, if I can spell it. Elliptical. Hey, look at that. It's pretty much, you can't go out of the determined motion. Like, I don't really want to click on someone else's shit. See, it's that motion. It's kind of like running. You can do it slow, you can do it fast. If your legs start hurting, you could use the hand grips to crank out. Now, jump roping is fun. It's a spider. Because it's really up to your speed. You can go all out. You can take your time. You can really do what you wish with jump roping. Jumping rope. You could even do circles, do laps. Like, where'd that guy go? Like that guy. He's kind of going slow. And then you have the nut jobs that have that. The speed rope, which if you do 3 rounds of 3 minutes, you are definitely tired afterwards. And then you have running, which not the best for your knees. My suggestion would be find a track. Sand's good. Asphalt sucks. Because then your shins and your knees kind of get screwed up over time. So find a track somewhere. Is my suggestion. What else I say? The jump rope, combat sports, running, the elliptical. I can't. Stacks. Swimming's great because you don't know you're sweating. There we go. Swimming is a great form of cardiovascular exercise. Because one, you don't know you're swimming. You always stay cool. You just run out of breath. Just doing laps back and forth instead of circular. And now that I have figured out how to actually record a video with a quality camera and my little Blue Snowball microphone, I'd actually might try to find an extension to use this instead of my shit phone. And as for determining how many calories you burn per cardiovascular exercise, it's kind of up in the air. Because I'm not really sure how they track that. Just something I'm not familiar with. So yeah. Shadowboxing is actually one of my favorite form of sweating. And if you don't know what shadowboxing is, it's pretty much a shower. Shadow. Come on. Why can't I spell? What is shadowboxing? It's pretty much, you're just shadowboxing. It's pretty much what it is. It's boxing, but you don't have an opponent. It's helped to loosen up your shoulder joints, get a good sweat going. You know. I'm gonna try and explain this. Ugh. Okay, out of my way, chair. That's fine. Pretty much you. It's a boxing stance, and you're throwing hands. Pretty much you do it lightly, or you can do it as fast as you want. You know, just a good stretch for your obliques, your lats. It's a good stretching motion. A good warm up for your shoulders. And it's just not throwing hands. You know? You could do defensive, you know. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Let's see if I can remember this. Go pop pop. You swoop. Pop pop. There you go. Get that 1, 2. The 1, 2, and then you go swoop, swoop, or you get the 1, 2, lean, lean. But you want to move out of the way. You're not just doing this because you're not Mayweather and no one fights like Mayweather beside him. Because the shoulder roll is a very hard technique to do. So pretty much the way I was trained and the way I actually enjoyed it was you throw it, but you're not in the line. Because the way you stand, you're in a straight line. But you want to be sideways a little bit. That makes sense? That's for another video. But for shadowboxing, you can just throw the hands, and if you like do a bit of mixed martial arts, you could throw the hands, throw some knees, throw some of those. My room's small, so I'm gonna kick shit. But yeah, you can just do that for 3 minutes for a few rounds, and you'll be tired. Your shoulder will burn, your lungs will burn, and your legs will hurt. Fortunately, I don't really do it that much because in public settings I feel like I look kind of stupid doing it. I'll bring that pretty thing back down to my face. My smooth skin. Pretty much what benefits, regular shadowboxing, your technique. That depends if you're in a fight. Do 15 minutes without rest. That's not happening unless you're a fighter. If you can perform 2 rounds for a total of 30 minutes, my arms are on fire by like the midway of the second round. There's apparently a show called Shadowboxing. Okay. Sweet. What the fuck? What's going on here? Talks about running, the elliptical, jump rope, shadowboxing, swimming. Walking's pretty well. It's not good for kettlebells. Not kettlebells, for cardio. But I've heard it helps you kill your cravings. So if like you want something salty, sweet, candy, sugar, soda, just go for a walk. I don't know how true that is. Let's see, what else is there? Also, a thing called a Murph that I did yesterday, which was a fucking nightmare. My total time was 1 hour and 6 minutes and 40 seconds. I believe I discussed a Murph in the last video. It's pretty much you run a mile, you do 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then you run another mile. You're supposed to use a 20-pound vest. I didn't use a vest. I also used a treadmill, so I kind of had something to keep the speed. Also, what a good, wouldn't say it's cardio, but it's good ventricular? Cardiovascular. Is when you're working out, take as little rest as possible. So it's pretty much kind of like the Murph. You just do as hard as you can. No rest in between. You have to have rest because you're not going to be able to do anything else. But yeah, like, let's say you go to the gym, you run a mile, and you go straight to, let's say, I'm not going to say squats. Let's say, What the hell is it? Okay, let's say it's a chest day. You're doing bench press. Run the mile. Go straight to bench. Do your warm-up set. Throw on your weight. And then do your reps. Time your rest set for like 30 to 45 seconds. Minute max. And then continue. Do another set. Do the same thing. Do another set. Depends how many sets you're doing. And then when you're done, just go to the next exercise. Same thing. 30 to 45 seconds rests. And then next thing, next thing, next thing. Yeah, it sucks. Helldivers 2 is about to crumble. But yeah, just take as little rest as possible. It's kind of like the Mike Metzer thing. Nope, don't want to do that. Just try to find a video on him talking. So we're gonna. We're gonna pause that. Does he talk?
What's the first thing your body has to do after a workout? You stimulate growth first, hopefully. If you train hard enough and stimulated growth, you will grow, but what has to happen first of all? Recover. If you allow enough time for recovery, then you have to allow enough time for growth. If you do those three things, stimulate growth, number one, allow enough time for recovery, it does take time, up to 48 hours in some cases.
Talk about rest sets, or not rest sets, just rest periods.
Then another block of time is required for that growth to manifest itself. Growth never precedes recovery. Recovery always comes first. You don't need a 21-inch arm to survive, but you do need to continually recover and replace your precious physical resources and reserves. If you didn't...
Now, what he's talking about recovery is like, he would work out twice a week, and then he would just recover the rest of the week. He kind of did like full body workouts.
Continually recover from exercise, obviously you would die very rapidly, very soon. You got to stimulate growth first, do high intensity training, allow enough time for recovery, and then allow enough time for growth. If you train, again, before recovery takes place, then the growth process can't take place. Because now you've got to recover from that next workout again.
Mike Metzger, how often should you train? Here.
If you accept my premise that the rest period between workouts is that important, do you see where it follows logically that there has to be a perfect or optimum number of days of rest, and anything less than that will compromise progress. And not
a well-balanced diet, by definition, by valid definition, is one that provides your body with all the nutrients that it...
Dale is known as fan.
Where is his Just like, it's 16 minutes, so we're not gonna.
I'm going to suggest that everyone start with what I have determined through vast personal experience as a trainer works quite well for most. You will start by training once every 4 days on a 4-workout protocol. So, if you start on a Monday, that means you wouldn't train again till Friday. After Friday, you wouldn't train again till Tuesday, then Saturday, and so forth, once every 4 days.
He was also a big believer of your life shouldn't just be working out. You should be doing other things. So.
And if a scheduling problem arises, so that you can't make it into the gym on day 4, take off 1 more day and train on day 5. Also, once you've been with the program for 3 weeks or so, start inserting an additional rest day or two, even at random. If you do, you should never hit a sticking point, and here's why. As you grow stronger week to week, as you will with this program, that is, as you lift progressively heavier weights, the stresses on the body grow progressively greater too. Go. Perform 5 to 8 reps as close to failure as you're willing to go. Keep your attention trained on that unwavering program to a phone client. He will say at the end, "Well, Mr. Mincer, I see you don't have me doing leg curls for the hand."
Alright, it's not telling you how short your rest periods should be, but he was all about intensity. He would go in there, do his workout for like 45 minutes, maybe think he like did 30 minutes workouts. It's up in the air it's questionable because he was a bodybuilder, so he obviously did steroids. But he's also one of the only bodybuilders apparently to get a perfect on the Olympia card but not win. So that's also another form of cardio, is the intensity on how you work out. Short rest periods, you'll be sweating no time. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. Once I figure out how to maneuver the camera certain spots and actually instead of using my phone, because this quality is a lot better, the sound is probably a lot better. Hopefully it's not as choppy as it was the last time. But yeah, so it's gonna be this video. I hope to see you in the next one.